Hello, my name is Barter, and this is Let's Play Might and Magic 10. Not really an indie game. You'll notice I didn't exactly label this as an indie view video, but this is more just in a review in itself. Might and Magic is an old school RPG series, guys, a beloved one at that. I mean, this is the 10th in the series, for Pete's sakes. It released January 2014, and it was published and developed by Ubisoft. And you can go ahead and pick up this game right now on Steam for $24.99. Now, before I get to anything, I have never played the Might and Magic series before. Please don't shoot me. I know it's probably a cardinal sin. One maybe I will rectify eventually, but it's just a series I kind of always eluded my grasp. I wanted to play it, but I can never get my hands on it. It's like, oh, we're sold out, or you can't steal from the store, sir. Stop that. But anyways, you get the idea. I just wanted to play it, never got my chance. Anyways, Might and Magic is a make-your-own adventure style game, I guess you could say. There's obviously a main storyline. You're free to kind of follow that whatever way you want. You can play the game pretty much whatever way you want. You have complete control over your party and everything that they do. Their statistics, the spells they choose, the skills, etc., etc., etc. So let's get into it right now. I'm going to show you the character creator. And first thing, of course, they have to choose is your difficulty mode. And this kind of made me laugh because basically, like, the hard mode is kind of like this big hulking warrior dude, and then the adventure mode is like this look like this weak chick thing. And I'm like, okay, is this sexist? But anyways, maybe that's just me being crazy. Anyways, the game basically presents three ways of making your own party. You can basically pick a random creation, a default party that they've made for you, or of course the manual creation mode. And there's four races to choose from: human, elf, dwarf, and orc. And all of them have their own benefits and quirks and things that they can bring into the game. So basically you pick a race, and then you're brought to supposedly the character, the class choice. Now, they say that there's 20 classes in the game, and that is, okay, fine, sure, there's 20 classes in the game, but basically, every class is just renamed per race. You basically got an elf, it's mercenary, crusader, or free mage. Okay, you pick elf, and it's suddenly blade, dancer, ranger, and druid. You pick dwarf, and it's suddenly defender, scout, and rune priest. But you kind of get the idea. Each class is either a warrior, a thief-like, or a caster. So to say that there's 20 classes in the game is a bit of a stretch. There's 3 classes, but what the variation does lie in is that once you pick, I'll say orc here, we're going to pick orc, we'll pick shaman. Of course, you could pick your character's kind of your face type of thing. And I do appreciate this customization feature here. It's nice that it's there. You can name your character. We'll name this one Bonar the Barbarian. Oh, just Bonar. Bonar. And then you have, of course, like this voice acting. And the game is fully voice acted, which is really awesome. And you can kind of hear... You choose me. You can hear their voices. You can either heroic or cynical. Choose me. Yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. This is where the kind of the variation, this is where actually kind of the classes for me lies. This is where you get to kind of really define what the class is. And you could pick your weapon depending on which class you chose. For instance, Bonar is a shaman, so you can pick the mace, the spear, or the bow. So we'll say we're going to give him a spear wielding. We have a couple skill choices left. Because he's a shaman, he's kind of locked into certain spell groups, I guess you could say. But for the most part, you're allowed to pick one weapon skill and then something else to complement it. You can either be medium armor, heavy... Oh, you can't pick heavy armor, but you can wield two-handed weapons, shields, dodge, endurance, mysticism. You get the idea. This is where kind of the features in I believe the customization of the classes comes from. And it doesn't really vary from class to class. I'll show you, for instance, Blade Dancer. We'll make her a lady. Oh my. But you get the idea. This doesn't really change all that much. But you do get to pick different things for different classes. So in that regard, yes, there's 3 classes per race, but you get to define what they are and what they do in what way you want. So in that regard, you could literally say there is more than 20 classes, because you could say, well, I want to be a dual wielding, dagger wielding character. Or you're like, you know what, I don't want to be dual wielding, I want to be like a, you get the idea. You could kind of mess with it, tweak it. In some regards, there's some things you're forced into choosing. which is something I'm not necessarily... It's okay, but there's just certain things that I would have liked to have gotten total freedom about. But you get the idea. There's a lot of choices here for you to choose with. There's a lot of things to play around with. It does offer a lot of replayability value. So that's the character creator. I've already made a party. I've actually progressed into the game about an hour. There is modding available. There's bonus content. There's going to be DLC. So that's one huge aspect of the game right there that is really gives it a step up. For the most part, the loading screens are really minimal. I haven't really experienced much loading screens. As you kind of move from area to area, the game does move very quickly. The game is fully voice acted. The controls are a little wonky. You control the game with your mouse, but you can also basically control the game kind of with your WASD and your arrow keys. You kind of turn your character, and this reminds me kind of really old school style games they used to play on the Sega Genesis or the computer or what have you. You kind of have to control your character's path, and he kind of moves around somewhat in a square manner. Every step you take is a square movement. And it's pretty neat in the way that works in all. So like I said, I've progressed the game a little bit farther. I took my first quest, which was to kill this spider queen chick. And that's one thing about this game that I will say. This game is very challenging. It's not easy to play this game. If you're not careful, you're going to get your ass kicked very quickly. Anyways, we're going to enter a building here to show you kind of how quick the transitions are as you enter from building to building. And you were brought to I went into a weapons shop because I'm actually here to buy some weapons because God knows I need some. So I'm going to go ahead and grab wow, these weapons are pretty expensive. So what do I have on here? He has a tribal spear. Does I have anything in here that's better than that? I don't really think he does. Does he have an axe of any kind? Not really. Okay, so you know what? We're going to skip this guy. We're actually going to go ahead and leave this place. And then we're going to head to the armor store, which is another part of town. I think it's back here. I'm pretty sure it's back here. Graphically, the game is pretty smooth. It all looks really nice. You have like this ability to kind of click and look around as you want. There's day and night cycles, which is pretty sweet. It does add to the entire feel and look of the game, the torches being lit. And all in all is very graphically pretty smooth. Sound-wise, everything's pretty smooth. The voice acting's pretty well done. I'm going to try to grab some gear here for my guys because, well, they're kind of getting their asses handed to them, and they're not really even wearing much, to be honest with you guys. So, for instance, I'm going to give, I got some leather boots here. Do I have anything else? Let's go tribal gauntlets. Let's go ahead and grab some legionnaires. Traveler's boots. An iron helmet. She already has wizard sandals. Is there anything else I can grab for her? Let's grab her that linen robe. And we'll grab the ornamental bracelet. And I think that will pretty much cover it. So yeah, you could also train your skills. You could talk to the townspeople. And that's one thing, there will be a lot of reading. Some of the characters are voice acted, not all of them are. But this game does have a deep backstory and lore to it. And you can kind of explore that lore. Let's see if I can... There's kind of like these... I don't know where the hell it is. Let's see. I think it was this way. There's kind of like these books that are just kind of floating around. I think it was this way. Yeah, there it is. There's kind of these books that are just kind of floating around here on these pedestals. And you can walk over to them and collect them. And it adds kind of like this like lore thing. You can go ahead and read and find out more about the entire game and its history and all that stuff. It's all really cool. There's also a bestiary that explains to you the stats and how each character works and what they do. Also, apparently you can play the animation and see their attack. That was the spider queen I killed. There's also a quest log, of course. You go down here, click your spell book, and this will show you all the abilities your character can play with and all the things he can do. It also gives you a quick kind of description as you mouse over them. Your skills, every time you level up, you're going to get skill points, which I will show you really quick. I've leveled up my character killing the spider queen. So I can level up, let's say, spears. And what that basically does is every time I increase this, your damage or your attack value will increase with it. For instance, dodge, your evade value will increase with it. You can also learn new skills that you have not learned, which for instance I can learn endurance, arcane discipline, daggers, or more dual magic, or my bows. And of course there's also page 2, which, let's see, we'll pick for instance your maximum mana is increased, your ability to challenge and shatter. I'm not going to pick that one, that seems not really useful to his class. I'll just actually go ahead and grab another point and spear and leave it at that. I'm pretty sure if I just click out, your skill points will be permanently. That's fine, yes. This is kind of like my defender, my my tank. And she's Brit. I didn't name any of my characters. I just kind of wanted to just pick some characters and go. I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and drop into heavy armor there. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to have her dump some points into... Oh, because she went... When I fought the Spider Queen, she went unconscious, so she did not level up with the rest of her party like a doofus. Because for some reason the spider immediately targeted her and killed her, which sucked. So anyways, yeah, you get the idea of how you kind of can level up your skills. It's pretty sweet. I don't want to focus on this too much. There's a lot of this game to cover. I'm going to take us into the spider cave, which is where I was fighting, because after I beat the Spider Queen, there's actually more there to discover. So I want to show you a little bit of the combat. Do you really want to? Yes, I want to enter the spider cave. Don't piss me off. So yeah, 4 classes. There's a lot of class combinations, different ways to level up your characters, a lot of customization in each of your characters, and I feel like that offers a lot of replayability value to this game already. Like I said, I've explored a tiny bit of this cave. I actually got jumped by 2 spiders here, and there's treasure chests. You can imagine there's a whole bunch of loot, guys. Actually, that's one big prominent feature of this game. Is there's oh, you know what? I probably should equip those items, huh? Yes, I think I should. It would probably help my poor party here to have some sort of these are gloves. Sure, go ahead and clip those. Help my poor party here to get some stuff equipped on them. Tribal gauntlets, traveler's boots, and an iron helmet. Unfortunately, I did not grab anything for this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and just... Yeah, okay, hold on. I can give him gloves, I think. You know what? Sorry, dude. We're going to leave you defenseless. I don't like you, Gildan. Anyways, I got attacked by the Spider Queen here. And like I said, there's more to this cave to explore, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. And most of the time, when you come upon barrels like this one, it's always going to have a goddamn spider in it. And they're always going to try to kick your ass. So let's see if this is how this, every time you go into the battle, it's turn-based. So you basically pick an ability like Firebolt here. It goes to the next party member. My dual wielder there strikes it. He has this like this gust of wind thing which pushes people back. I'm not gonna have him use that. I'm just gonna have him attack. And you can see it kind of turn-based. It almost reminds me of Lauren the Amazon Princess in the way that everything works. You kind of just click on abilities and you see numbers pop up. It's okay though, I like that. It doesn't bother me at all. And the tactical combat is very difficult and can be very challenging. Like I said, my poor wizard got one-shotted. Is there a treasure chest there? There's not a treasure chest there, okay. So we're going to go ahead and try to find... Oh, look at this. We found some loot, an unidentified silver ring, some potions and antidotes. Definitely nice. Oh shit, there's some spiders. Okay, we're gonna wait, and wait. Okay, now that they're moving along, we're gonna unload on their asses. Fire! And you don't have a ranged weapon yet. Okay. So now they're kind of in melee range. Ranged weapons are kind of useless at this point. You can also see on the bottom right there's a mini-map there. That kind of shows you where the enemies are and how the map looks and all in all in the dungeon. I'm going to just wait here and again wait for him to get into range, as it were. Oh, you missed. What a douche. I'd say I love fireballs. They're pretty sweet. Beat his ass! Beat his ass! Oh, Gildan's poisoned. Not good. As you kind of get an idea of how the combat works, though, guys. Gildan's been poisoned, though. Thankfully, I have some antidotes. So we'll go ahead and use that, and he'll be okay now. They're dead. So you get the idea of how combat works. It's all very tactical. I kind of enjoy it a lot. It does, like I said, it's really hard. You can be very overwhelmed very quickly if you screw off. Oh, this is why I came, so I don't want to go this way. Did I complete that quest, by the way? Let's see. I think I did. We go to our log here. It was the smugglers. Bring the coffer back to Zale. So we found a coffer. This guy basically said, hey, my great-grandfather was a smuggler. Could you find his treasure and bring it back to me? And I was like, sure, buddy. I'll do that. No problem. I think that's pretty much all she wrote. We can't really progress any more farther along here. I don't think anyways. Let's see. No, we can't. That's basically it. We found the treasure, though. It does look like there is another part of the cave to possibly explore. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. I can't tell. But that gives you a quick idea of what the combat's like. There's loots, lots of spiders kicking my ass. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, we're in trouble here. So, we're going to go ahead and use that. Blow him back. We're going to use Shatter. Lady, cast every goddamn spell you have. We're definitely in trouble here, guys. I was not expecting an ambush like this. So she's ran out of mana. We could probably have taken a mana potion, and that would have been helpful for her. But I didn't do that because I'm a doof. So blow him back. Attack him. Oh, you missed. We're going to have her use a mana potion, which we have quite a few of these. We're going to be using these a lot in this game. Okay. Ow. Don't hit the caster, you dick. Alright, he's dead. And you know, I didn't think I was going to survive that, but we actually pretty good there. Yeah! You ain't nothing, spiders. We got some leather gauntlets. Woot! Here you go, my friend. Put those on. You can't put on identified stuff. I don't know exactly how to identify magic items. I can only imagine that eventually we're going to... There's a barrel with dark red liquid. Who wants to drink it? You know what? She gained 1 turn might. Oh, well, that's probably useless for the caster. But oh well. Like I said, probably to identify items, you're probably going to want to go to some sort of a shopkeeper, guys. There's some loot, though. We got some tribal staff, some gold, and a silver ring. I'm going to loot that all, and I'm going to book it out of this cave, guys. All in all, I have to say, I enjoy the combat system. I enjoy the dungeoneering aspect. It really reminds me of old-style games. It has an old-style feel to it all, and I really enjoy that. I'm totally lost, though. A new day is dawning. That's nice. Is this the way out? It does look like it is, yes. Oh, this path has... Oh, I have not explored this path. Let's go down it. Uh-oh. Oh, I see you. You don't think I see you? Shoot. Bring it, fool. You can't touch me. Oh, shit. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Let's have her go ahead, pop another mana potion. We got a makeshift crossbow. So we'll probably have our little elven dude equip that. Oh crap, he's poisoned. Not good. She should be able to finish it with another fireball. Yes, nice. Pop another antidote potion there. As you can see, guys, it has like that exploration feel to it. It all has that old feel to everything. What is this? Requires novice of magical focus. Ooh. An eyeball amulet. That's disgusting. Some golden antidotes. I like that. Alright, so let's continue exploring along here, guys. But yeah, guys, the game has a lot of features, guys. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job of explaining that, but the game does have a lot of features. Lots of loot, modding. It's a deep game. There's a lot of exploration, a lot of quests here, guys. Lots of dungeons and bosses. The game is very challenging. You can trade your skills in any way you want. A lot of replay value, a lot of different skill class combinations to kind of play with and make whatever way you want. What is this? Oh, we can rest. Oh, that I didn't know I could do. Alright, so that restores my party completely. That's pretty sweet. Of course, resting in a dungeon, that sounds like old school D&D to me. I used to do that a lot. Like, oh shit, we're out of spells. Our cleric can't heal us. Well, we better rest in this dungeon for a whole day. Never mind the skeletons and everything's trying to kill us. Let's rest in the dungeon. Totally reminds me of old school D&D, guys. Anyways, I'm going to leave the dungeon here, guys. Like I said, there's a lot to this game. A lot of voice acting is really good. The graphics are great. The sounds are great. The combat's fun and challenging. Lots of character creation, customization here. You can buy different kinds of loot. There's a lot of lore here for you to read. There's a deep, deep game here to explore and enjoy. Might and Magic has quite the amount of stuff to offer a player and keep them engrossed in the game for a long time. With the potential for modding, you have countless hours of gameplay. It's a good game. Only thing that nothing ever really wowed me. All of it is solid in every facet. The combat, the graphics, sound, all great, but the game lacked a little in innovation, in my opinion. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. They made the game I think many people will enjoy. The game does what it does very well. I can see myself playing this for hours on end. It makes me want to play old school D&D, dungeon crawling until 3 in the morning with my friends. But if my friends aren't available, guess what? This is a really good backup plan. So get this game, especially if you love dungeoneering game, guys. Those old school Dragonlance games, you know what I'm talking about, those Champions of Cranes. It really reminds me of just older games. I think it's has that solid gameplay, and I think a lot of people will enjoy the exploration, the dungeoneering, leveling up their characters, customizing their characters with all sorts of different loots and items. The game has, it looks like 4 acts, and it looks like there's even some sort of like a prestige class thing to gain and blessings. The game has a lot of lore to it. It's a deep game, guys. Lots of different magical items. I think it has a lot to offer, guys. Big thanks to Ubisoft for a chance to review this really cool game, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Remember to like, subscribe for future videos. This has been Let's Play Might and Magic 10.